Hello, I am going to show you today how we have just bought a property that I've never seen, flipped it into auction, made some money, helped the seller, provided a new first time property for a homeowner who can do whatever they want with it from now on. So I found this property from a connection many years ago, nurtured the relationship. She's become an investor in the company as well since doing these deals. So again, as I always say, long-term thinking, long-term relationships always bear the best fruits. Okay, so we bought this property for £157,000. There was a 4,000 there or thereabouts, a little bit more, but a £4,000 stamp duty bill. Again, there or thereabouts, there was about £1,000 legal bill. And of course, we have interest on our money, which I'm going to discuss a little bit as well, right? All in, including everything, all the fees and whatever else, we were actually in for £163,680. So that's what we were in for. And the loan that we got from a bridging company was £131,552. So we had to find the difference between this number here and this number here. The average person, and you know, if you have the capital liquid, nothing wrong with using your own money with these type of deals at all. It's just that because I've done things with no money, the vast majority of my time in the property investment game, my mind always goes to how can I do this without utilising my own money, right? So I work very closely with a lot of investors. Usually I can raise the money within a couple of phone calls. And on this occasion, this was another one of those. So I rang the investor. I said, would you be prepared to lend me the difference between this figure here and this figure here? It worked out there or there around £32,000, yeah. And he lent me the money, and we are offering him 1% per month on this. So if you work that out, that is £320 a month times by 3, 960 quid. And the reason I say 3 is because we're holding that money for 3 months. We've already sold it now. We sold it within 1 month. We're just waiting for the completion. We've already exchanged on the sale. So that's our cost of finance from our investor. We also have the bridging loan. Money's here, which I'll cover now. So we sold this in the auction for £225,000. Now, if you take 163 from 225, that is 60, let's just say 61,000 to keep it nice and round. So the profit on that, the gross profit without paying interest on our loans is £61,000. There are no legal fees here because when we sell things into the auction, the buyer ends up paying for the legal fees. So there's very few expenses on this. The buyer tends to pay for them in auction. So our gross profit is 61,000. We're going to call that £1,000 in interest. We're going to take £1,000 off for our private investor, and on the 131, we're going to be paying there or thereabouts 1% a month again, including costs. So if we look at 1,300, let's say, per month, 3 months minimum term, that's 3,900, £3,900, 4,900 all in. Off that figure, so let's knock £5,000 off, you're up to 56, that's right, innit? £56,000 net profit. 56 grand from a property I've never seen. Nurtured the relationship for around 7 or 8 years, and this is how you end up. Now, this is just one property in the seller's portfolio that we're working on, and we're going to stagger them over a few years to help the seller's tax position, come up with creative deal structures to help everybody, to help us, raise the money to help her. She wants to live in a different country. She wants to live her life and get out of the game completely. And we're offering that service to her. So I hope you can see. It's all about how you see opportunity. There's an abundance of it everywhere. Deals are made very often. They're not just found. I can walk down a high street and find deals that other people don't actually know exist. It's sort of, you have a different set of eyes on there. So, Frenchie, is there any questions?
What's happening with the £56,000 now?
What will we do with that?
Yeah.
Probably roll it into another deal or roll it into the other properties in the portfolio, because we bought this in a company and flipped it in the company. We'll have a corporation tax bill. That's important. So we'll have a corporation tax bill on that, which obviously we have to be mindful of. But that 56 will probably just roll into the next deals that we do. Probably. And we have in our own business model, we take a little bit for ourselves, but not much, and then the vast majority of it just keeps compounding into the other deals that we do.
Nice.
Anything else?
Nice deal. No, I think you've covered that, mate, pretty well.
Yeah, we'll go over.
There's one or two more of these, isn't there, to come?
Yeah, probably next month we'll do one other deal in the same portfolio. So if anybody's watching and has got questions or anything, just write them in the comments below, and I'll answer them for you. Cheers. Running through those figures earlier got me thinking. All over social media, you know, everything looks great all the time, and particularly in like the wealth creation world, people generally speaking don't share a lot of the stuff that doesn't go well. You know, it's always trying to sell something, or you know, there's some zero-sum game being played somewhere along the path there. So while I'm there sharing, you know, how we made 60 odd grand, you know, from a property that we never actually went to see because we knew the area, we did enough research to make our own decision on it. I mean, that sounds great and really appealing, but that's took me 10 years to get to that point. So as people see overnight successes and deals that you can turn around in a couple of months and whatever else, what they don't see is the horrible day-to-day grind that nobody really wants to do. They're good habits that, you know, you get up early, or, you know, keeping yourself healthy and doing all that other good stuff, that holistic overriding stuff that no one wants to talk about. All they care about is the bottom line or whatever. And yeah, that's great, but the reality is that it's years and years of repetition, doing the good things over and over again, so they start compounding over time. That deal that I shared it's a very good deal. You'd be an idiot not to do that deal, but I've lost on I don't know, I've lost tens of thousands of pounds on certain deals in the past, not in the last few years or so, but in the past, as I've been trading things through, I've lost money on them. Very possible, you know, if you get a turn in the market. So don't compare yourself to the best of what you see on social media, because the vast majority of the time it's all just people trying to sell you something. They're just trying to look good in front of stuff. Most of it's just bullshit. It's the cream of the crop. It's not the years of hard graft, particularly if you're not like some sleazy sleazy sales type. Loads of them all over social media, absolute full of it, right? If people aren't telling you it's hard graft, You have to put in the hours and repetition. Whatever you're doing in life, right? You have these peaks and you have these troughs. If people aren't showing you and talking about the down cycles that you will have, in order for the tops, you have to have the bottoms. If you're not aware of those things, if you're not prepared that they will happen, you know, you're living in cuckoo land, you're living in dreamland. It's having an awareness about those downward spirals that we all go through. It's being aware of them and doubling down on the good habits in those times. And then also in the good times, it's being aware that, yeah, this isn't going to last that long, because there's always something just around the corner. Life is going to make you level up, and leveling up looks like real fucking hard work. So this comfort culture that we live in and the bullshit that we see all over social media, you know, take it all with a pinch of salt. Trust what life has shown you. Don't trust what other people are saying to you. You know, they can tell you and teach you and package up a course or whatever, and sell you what worked for them. That doesn't mean it's going to work for you. I've seen probably hundreds, if not thousands, of people go through these courses and stuff, property courses I'm talking about. 90% I'd say don't do anything with them. Complete waste of money. So, you know, suppose I'm saying trust yourself and trust your gut instincts. Don't believe what everybody is telling you, because the vast majority of the time on social media, it's just the cream of the crop. It's not the difficult bit and the hard work that it's taken to get there. I'll leave that there.